the business is.
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely, man. And I am Spike Lou on those same social sites. Holla at your boy. We got a guest in the building this week. Nick, what up?
What's going on?
What's good
You on
with you, man?
socials? You made it back to socials yet? You ain't made it back to socials yet, have you?
Nah, not yet. I'm still taking a hiatus, bro. Every time I get on the platform, I'm triggered. You know what I'm saying? Don't put all.
Oh, that's an inside joke for those who know. Like for those who know, they know. All right, man. It's a jam-packed week this week. Hey, B, how you feeling out there, man?
Man, slow motion, man. Hoodie season is upon us. I'm here for it. Feeling good.
Crisp
feeling
air out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got 6 miles for the month. Where you at?
Hey, now you cooking shit. I'm at about 40 something. I'm trying to get to these 75, but you cooking though. Believe that.
Real quick. Yeah, I'm getting where I need to be. I'm starting to take accountability for my working out, Nick. So I'm from 0 to 6. I'm trying to get to 12 next month.
There you go.
I've been listening, bro. I've been listening. AB, I'm proud of you for being a good influence and a good role model for him, bro. Because this nigga, he'll do a stretch a day. He'll count it as exercise.
I'll go play golf and count it as an exercise, nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'll walk from.
He take out the trash and he be like, all right, bro.
That's cool. The steps I got in right there, nigga. Oh shit.
Hey, man, we ain't getting no younger, man. We gotta get out here.
For real. We do, man. I appreciate you motivating the motivation, my brother. I appreciate it, man. Again, like I said, jam-packed week. Rod Wave is teasing a brand new single with Drake. We want to know if y'all are here for that. Glorilla, she let us know that she's about to drop her debut album, which I don't know how that works, but we'll talk about that. Lil Wayne, he breaks his silence in the Super Bowl snub. Complex drops the 20 best rappers in their 20. We'll talk about that. But first, scuffed up, smudged up Air Force Ones appeared on everybody's Instagram just the other day. Oh my God, Kendrick Lamar has dropped a brand new song. It's not on DSPs yet, but you can go listen to it on Instagram. I don't even know the name of this. I'll throw it to you, AB, as far as your take on it and the name. I guess it's called No More, whatever he kept saying in the hook. But AB, to you first, I want to know what you think about Kendrick's first drop since the Drake beef.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now, man. The song was cool. It was a cool song. I saw the internet trying their hardest. I'm talking about trying their hardest to make this deeper than rap. Like, y'all, the dissertations got to stop on Twitter. Every song does not require a 4-page breakdown, bro. Like, it's a cool song, though. Don't get it twisted. The song is cool. He didn't name it. He didn't give it a title. He just put it out there on his Instagram. It's like you said, it's not on DSPs. That's a smart move because the numbers would have looked crazy. It wouldn't have done anything.
Oh, stop it.
But the song is cute. It's okay. I'm glad he is separating himself from the beef and just because I didn't really catch any Drake shots on there. I don't think I'm sure somebody broke it down somewhere, but I didn't catch any. And I think that's good for him to be able to stand on his two and not have to rely on that. Although that would have been an easy thing to do because it's hot. You know, beef pause is hot this year. It's been good. It's good for him to separate from that, let niggas know who he really is or who he's been doing this for years. So the song was cool. You know, I don't need the breakdowns and the dissertations. Y'all can keep that though. It wasn't the hard part 5. So just relax.
He's the nigga that got the Super Bowl nod over your boy. Nick, I'll go to you before I get started. That's
over who? Over Wayne? That's not Wayne, my boy.
No. Okay. Yeah, Wayne ain't your boy?
Yeah, Wayne is everybody's boy. And then what are you talking about? No. Who don't like Wayne?
Nick, what do you think?
For me, is I'm ready for an album, bro.
You just got one last year. You got a double disc last year. You already ready for another one?
Well, it seems like he's queuing up for. Well, hold on, that double disc ain't come out last year.
That one 2023?
No, you talking about Mr. Morale?
Yeah.
Let me double check, but nah, I'm ready for. I'm ready for an album because that's what it seems like he's gearing up for. Like he has, from the spring till now, this is probably the most you've heard of Kendrick in a calendar year, without an album. So I'm thinking that he's doing all this to debut a body of work, especially if he's going to perform at the top of the year on the biggest stage. Like, I don't, for all the records that he does have, I do disagree with you, AB. I think he has enough records already to do a Super Bowl, show, a good halftime show. Just because I've seen him live in concert, he does really perform well. He's one of the best performers that we got in hip hop.
I agree,
but it also just seems like that would kind of be a waste of a platform if you ain't got nothing new to say outside of Drake ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting a new album, especially with it being the first, or technically the second, but it'll be his first official release post TDE on his label PG Lang. I know Mr. Morale was technically on there as well, but this will be like the first one post that. I want to see what that's like. I know him and Baby Keem are cooking up some shit too. So it's just like I'm just ready for new music from Kendrick when it comes to just Kendrick's music and not anything dealing with just Lucy's about beef or just Lucy's in general. Like, put a project together. That's what you do best. That's what I'm really waiting on. This song was cool, like you said, AB. He's been dropping a lot of stuff. This is, for all the stuff he's dropped, it does say to his talent level that this isn't even the top of the list because he's has other things that have topped this. But at this point in time, I just want to hear a whole body of work.
I think both of you guys make good points. I do want to hear a whole body of work. I'm glad that he was able to separate himself from the beef. This ain't directed at Drake, which I like. I don't think that he needed to double down. We already killed this nigga. We ain't got to go back and shoot him in the head again. Like, so that doesn't have to happen. But in the sense of him putting out a whole project, I understand him continuing to test the waters because he's going to have the Super Bowl performance and you probably want the album to come out somewhere around there. The statistics are out there as far as when artists perform at the Super Bowl, their streaming numbers and all of those things go up. So obviously the team around him, the people that he got, they're going to want him to put an album around before or after the Super Bowl performance, which I think makes perfect sense. This song, though, I think it was great in the sense of he's just checking the temperament. Like, it ain't just about, I think you said this, AB, it ain't just about the Drake shit. I'm disgusted with a lot of you niggas. I ain't even just disgusted with this nigga. I've handled him. I'm disgusted with a lot of how things are happening nowadays, and I'm the person that needs to speak on it. I really like that song. I do agree with you, AB, in the sense of like we don't need a think piece. I sent this to one of my homeboys. Shout out to Dan the White Man. I sent this to him, and he was like, "Well, what does the song mean?" And I was like, "Well, what are you talking about? What is it? I don't even understand why you asking me what does the song mean. We ain't got to get that deep into it no more. It's not about Drake and Kendrick's beef. It's about Kendrick Lamar putting out a song." So I do think that the think pieces and the I need to analyze this with the YouTube pages. I get that's how people make content, but that's getting a little play, and I'm thankful that he put this out kind of to turn away from it, but people still did.
Yeah,
which is
go ahead.
No, well, that's what I was saying. Like, which is why I feel like with Mr. Rogers check, Mr. Morale came out May of 2022.
Okay.
And then since then we have the beef. It's kind of like with fans these days, or the average listener, they're only going to remember what you just most recently did. So to me, it's like a new project will kind of cleanse the palate. Like, all right, this is who Kendrick Lamar is in 2024, 2025. Like, he's not just a nigga that's able to take down the Zeus of hip hop when it comes to from his Mount Olympus. It's just like he is somebody who is a really great artist in his own right. And I don't think, and granted, he is known for a lot of his in-depth analysis on society and his own personality. He also can just make really good records in general. So that's why I'm kind of ready to just get like, let's hear just Kendrick Lamar records. Like, anytime I see him drop now, I'm thinking like, damn, nigga, you dissing him? You dissing him? That's the first thing I think of. It's like, damn, I'm thinking about somebody else rather than the artist himself. So that's why I'm like, I need my own palate cleanse from who Kendrick Lamar is, and that's just me as a fan of his.
Good
like,
point.
Let's get something else out there.
And to be fair, we just went through the biggest rap beef of all time that had very intricate lyrics, that had very stuff was related to other joints, and there was a lot of shit that could be peeled back when it came to that. So people's minds are still on that. So I get it, I understand it. Then there's also just good music and good songs. Like, everything is not 7 layers deep And when it comes to this, some shit's just good song, a decent song, whack song, whatever the case may be. So I get it. That's going to take some unlearning from us because we were so invested in it when it was going on, and it was very well done. Your boy just put out a breakdown of that damn Family Matters 2.5 hour breakdown. I forgot dude name though. He kind of got popular during the whole beef or whatever. 2.5 hour breakdown, and it's what's the dirt? That's the name of the channel. And it's warranted because every word in that song is alluding to something from something else. It's tied to this album, tied to that, tied to Take Care, tied to the tour that he took him on back in 2010. It's all layered. That's cool. This Kendrick song you just put out, you can just listen to that and enjoy it. You can relax. You can take the aluminum foil hats off, and you can just listen to the song and like it. Spin it if you like it, skip it if you don't. Everything doesn't need to have a super deep rollout. But I will say this, though, in terms of the Super Bowl, if you look at the last couple of Super Bowl performers, the ones we care about since Rock Nation joined, J-Lo, Weeknd, Eminem, Dre, Rihanna, Usher, only one of them had a project out when they performed, and that was Usher. And no one cared about it because it was mid. You're going to get streams regardless whether you got an album coming or not, because most of the people that do Super Bowls are legacy acts. They already have a catalog.
And I was thinking more so with the album is like I would think he would kind of want to double dip because like if you release the album in the fall, there's no one really drops by the time we get to November, December. You know what I'm saying? Only Cole did that, and that Cole and Migos were the only time really doing like end of the fourth quarter, top of the first quarter. So like, and the Super Bowl is top of first quarter. So if you have a good album, that's that first week sales or that first month sales, and then you do the Super Bowl again, double downing on that album, you're gonna get even more streams. So it's like you'll end up probably going back on top of the chart. So it'd be like it would benefit you either way. I think a project now is the best time because I was listening to y'all last episode. Y'all brought up a good point. The hottest rappers right now are becoming the old heads.
Yeah.
So this may be one of the last few times that you actually get Kendrick Lamar in a A-list spotlight. Not saying that he's going anywhere, but just like somebody else is coming up. This is hip hop. The culture itself moves forward with the youth. Like you can't really, I've never seen it. And maybe we're getting into different times and that may be a different conversation, but I've never seen a 40 plus hip hop act still be A-list status. I know you could probably talk about Jay-Z and stuff, but like he's not really in the maybe Kanye,
Yeah,
maybe
but
Kanye seems like he's his own thing. He seems like his own thing too as
What
well.
about
like,
him?
It's rare. We can name one or two maybe, but
yeah, but like even then, like there's icons, you know what I'm saying, to do that. Like but I'm talking about like what happened to like who's the next upcoming person. Like I think maybe Thug was supposed to be that at one point before he got locked up. I'm just saying, let me just say, I'm just saying there needs to be some more youth to come out to give us a new perspective on where the world is. Cause at this point, we get into a lot of old nigga thoughts. We about to get a 444 from Drake real soon. And by that time, that means that like, all right, nigga, what happened to hip hop? He's like, we ain't got nothing but old heads talking shit.
Drake 444 is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. And that shit gonna slap.
And it would hit too, though.
No, it would hit. Because he got a lot to talk about and touch on. But real quick, is there any piece of you? Let's assume just for 2 seconds that he does come out either late fourth quarter or around the Super Bowl. Is there anything that kind of has you side-eyeing or weary? Because he took 5 years off in between Damn and Mr. Morale. If he came out with this new joint, it'd be 2 years off. Is there any piece of you that's like, that's not the normal Kendrick process and you kind of want him to go through his process? Or are you like more, that was TDE holding shit up? This is probably the rate of shit that he move anyway. Any trepidations about that?
Yes, I'll answer real.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I was gonna say I'll answer real quick. I think that he's under a different circumstance not being on TDE. This is a label or a whatever PG Lang is. He's trying to make that work solely, individually, or him and Dave. So I have to do things differently than I did with TDE, which was an established label. So yeah, I do see this as I'm out on my own now and not under TDE.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking like he's now head honcho of his own label, so he has to move and set the tone for his label because there's artists on there outside of Baby Keem that we aren't aware of that like maybe we get a compilation coming up soon, or something, some type of introduction to PG Lane, because we still don't know what the fuck really it is. Like we just know it's just Kendrick shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's very creative and artistic enough to be like, all right, I have to do a legit rollout for this. And I think this project or whatever's about to come out should be a lead into that. The only thing I'm more weary of is after 5 albums of Kendrick Lamar, you pretty much got a complete version of who he is as a man. I'm more interested in like what else does he have to say? Like not more so like current social commentary, because that's kind of like not saying anybody can do that, but I feel like what he does is a little bit more uniquely artistic and specific. Like his last album was about his own therapy,
That
his
was his
own mind.
444.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what else do you have to say after that? Like,
He's creative enough, man. I think he can come up with, even if it's a concept album, I think if anybody was able to pull that off, it's him.
yeah, but this is to me, he's in that part of like his life where it's like, or his music career life, when it's like a hit show that's on its fourth or fifth season. Like at this point in time, you're like, all right, nigga,
Yeah, yeah.
like how
Listen,
many more
hey,
seasons do you got left that you can still gonna be that top rated show? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
even Game of Thrones fell off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't think. I'm not saying he is going to fall off, but I'm not putting past anybody because like I didn't expect Drake to fall off this early, at this point in his career. But since the beef, you kind of really think like Drake is cool, but like I'm kind of looking for something else now. Like he's not somebody that's the guiding light to what this hip hop shit is or what music is at the current times.
yeah. Game of Thrones
Agreed.
was never good. Moving on,
Insane.
Dame Dash.
Insane.
Hey, we going on at least 4 episodes in a row where we mentioned Dame. He doing a good job of keeping himself in the news.
Hey, who would ever thought Dame would be a chatty patty?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, hard
Who
times.
would ever thought it?
Hard
Hey,
times call for hard measures, dude. You gotta do something. Of course, we're counting down to the actual auction of 1/3 of Rockefeller, which is basically just 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt. And we have an interesting buyer who has thrown their name in the hat. According to Dame Dash, he said that no one other than OVO's own Aubrey Graham has reached out to buy his shares of Rockefeller. I'll start with you, Lou. You think this is a good move by Drake? Let's assume this is true. I don't think Dame would just make this up. And let's just assume, it was a real inquiry. You think this would be a smart move by Drake?
Um, I don't think Dame would make it up. I agree with you there. I think that maybe there were talks, and then maybe people got in Drake's ear and kind of advised him against it because he said the deal did fall through. But yeah, I think this is good for Drake, and it adds fuel to the rumors. What everybody's talking about, oh wow, Drake wasn't selected for the halftime show, or why Wayne wasn't selected, or like, yeah, it adds fuel to all of those rumors, is in the sense of, oh, there's a competition between Jay and Drake. Like there's a silent like war, like the US and Russia Cold War between these two niggas, and we kind of knew about it via some of the bars, but not really. And the only thing that I see from Drake trying to buy this is being able to taunt Jay. Like I got a 30-year company. I'm the nigga that you thought was a little nigga that you tried to son or whatever it may be, and I got a 30-year company now, and I'm going to try with all the powers that be that I have behind me, being the biggest rapper in the world right now. I'm going to try to do whatever I can do to make you look kind of silly with me having a third of this company. So yeah, I think that it was a good move by Drake because it's a power move. Like you said, AB last week, the Super Bowl shit was politics. Just like this was politics. I think Drake know the political stance in hip hop of what he could gain from having a third of this company, even if there's going to be roadblocks in the way of the merch that you could put out or the songs that you could re-release. I still have enough power where I could do something with this if I got a third of this company. I ain't the regular average nigga that's buying this. I'm Drake. So I think it was a smart move.
What do you think, Nick?
This is a nothing burger. This is a complete nothing burger. One, from the standpoint of it's interesting, like you talked about with Dame Dash, like the chatty patty shit, like now his teeth falling out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like sunrise, sunset on that shit. But with like I've heard y'all talk about this album and as far as Reasonable Doubt and the rights to it and what you could do with it and why and how valuable this third piece of Rockefeller is in 2024. And to me, it just seems like, what would this do or prove for anybody? Like, especially Drake. Like, even if it is a petty move, it's still a waste of money. Like, I don't see where Drake benefits from that. And I don't even know how real this is, because these days everybody just be throwing out niggas' names saying that they bidding on shit. And maybe Dame is using that to to drive the price up, saying like Aubrey's looking at it. Maybe you want to take a piece of this too.
That's a good point.
For me, it's just like I honestly think this is probably one of the most overrated things in hip hop right now, as far as this third of what used to be a iconic label. Like, I think those are yesteryears, and I think if you under 40, you could give a fuck about Rockefeller. So I don't see why Drake would even want to do this.
This is Drake era though, and this is petty. I don't know when the offer of the DM was made. I don't know if this came after the news of the Super Bowl, which I said felt political. If it came after that, then they're just playing petty chess. This is rich nigga petty chess right now. That's all niggas is doing. And it's also a slight flex. The same reason he bought the Tupac ring, the same reason he got Pharrell's Ice. The Tupac ring, the pre-sale estimate was 200, 300,000. He paid $1 million for it. Like, so I don't think he's really looking at getting any type of value back or anything like that. If he got a spare 10 piece in the stash, sponsored by whoever, he might just blow it on this just to have it for a couple of years. I don't know if that means he can do anything with the instrumentals. I don't know if he can take it and do his own version of Reasonable Doubt. It's a little different because he's an artist and not just like a collector person. So who knows what he'd be able to do with it? Make a fucking mixtape with the shit? I have no idea. But to me, it just looks like more of a flex. But there is a piece, you spoke to some, Nick. There is a slight piece of, let me say Drake's name and I'm gonna get some pub. I'm not saying Dame would stoop to that level, but this would certainly get us off of talking about his teeth for sure. If there was ever a person you can name drop right now to get people talking about you, it would be Drake or Kendrick.
And since I'm an avid fan of this platform, I will have to say I may have to be the Leroy in the room, Lou, and say we may need to have a conversation on Dame Dash, because y'all niggas keep dancing around the subject. Y'all talk about, I don't know if he's still.
I don't want to do it, Nick.
What's slower do you need?
Nigga,
Dame Dash.
We ain't ready, bro. We ain't ready.
AB,
it's such a big piece of my childhood. I can't do it yet, Nick.
Dame Dash is selling Rockabella for a lifetime supply of Arizona's and some Newports. What we talking about, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is really sad. Like, let's keep it a beat. Like, this shit is. Look how far the nigga was.
This ain't the nigga. Hey,
bro, he was cussing Envy and Charlamagne, saying y'all niggas really broke when it come down to it, to the point where.
I know. I'll take it even further than that. Like, I thought. Again, people that listen to this show and this platform, they know how I feel about Dame. Like, the backstage shit is what made me even want to be interested in hip hop in any sense. Like that him riding for the Rockefeller jackets and why these niggas got Def Jam jackets and the Rockefeller art, like all of that meant something to me. And that was like, Nick, you hit the nail on the head. That was the thing. I was like, man, this nigga has come so far from me being motivated, seeing him in backstage and arguing about the jackets and going up against the industry and the man, to his teeth fucking falling out and us having these conversations about this. Like, oh man, it hurt. I ain't ready, Nick. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't ready.
When I seen the TikTok video of that shit with the Barbie BBL in the background, I'm like, come on, bro.
Oh my God.
Yo, this remind me of that scene of Malcolm. This was Robbie seeing Malcolm X with, after he got saved. He went back to the hood and he saw the Delroy Lindo character. And see how fucked up he was. That's what this shit feel like. The nigga lost it all, bro. He's just a shell of himself. Like, it's. I mean, if I gotta keep it honest and real, that's what I gotta do. But I just want y'all to realize, like, bro, this ain't the Dame. This ain't the same Dame that y'all.
It ain't. I seen a tweet that said, and it's similar to the line that Jay-Z has in his songs, if you build Hove, then make another one. But there was a tweet that said, and I thought it was really impactful, as far as it was like, Dame claims to be this, that, the third, talking about marketing and a genius in music, executive stuff. He was just really attached to generational talent. And now we see what's happened when he's not attached to generational talent, as
Is
far
this
as
like
exit.
you trying to say like he's the Bill Belichick of Rockefeller?
I was just
And
about to
Tom,
say,
and Tom Brady was
hey,
Jay-Z.
hey, listen, now niggas give Phil Jackson a whole lot
Nah,
of credit, but you like, hey, now Phil had
nigga had Shaq, Jordan, Pippen. Like you
Kobe,
got four of the top
Pippen.
50 players ever.
Not even top 50, top 15,
That's
man.
what,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
God.
Put Phil in Detroit right now. How many wins he getting, bro? Like, let's be honest. Like, come
That's
on.
facts.
But no, it's I agree. Listen, Dame, friend of the show. It's not a good look. It's not a great look. It feels like a reach. Again, he's doing everything he can to hype up to get to these 10 million so he can take home some. And fuck it, man. It's trying times, dude.
As he should, though.
You
As
got
he should,
you
though.
gotta do, bro. Like
Yeah,
fuck
let's not
that.
act like we shitting on him for that. Like, yeah, we
Yeah,
drive the
no.
price up.
Now,
We
now's not
talk
the time
business
to be
on here
cool,
'cause-
bro. Now it's
exactly.
time to be cool.
100%, man.
If you have an opportunity to get out from under this $8 million in debt, nigga, you
We're
better
not
do
shitting on
everything
him
you
for
can
this.
to do that.
We get it. We get it, my nigga. It's just it looked crazy though. It
Yeah.
looks crazy.
that's the thing is like y'all are really talking from a present tense, like y'all in the moment, like this is what you got to do. This is the best move. But I'm just thinking, like, how did we get here? Like, I'm a history buff, mostly because of my interest in hip hop and wondering, like, how did this genre that started back in the late '60s, early '70s, whatever, turn into this mega billion-dollar industry? So when we talk about Rockefeller and how we got here, it's like, bro, everybody else kind of winning, but you, even Kanye,
Everybody.
you know what I'm saying? Like for as much as y'all talk about Dame's personality, like you could argue Kanye has a volatile, if not worse, personality than that. But
Talent.
He's immensely more
AB,
talented, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AB, like what
Yeah.
you mentioned was hit on the head. Like the talent level is like, what
Yeah.
can Dame do by himself? Kanye at least can know he
Because
can
he's
make his own
tried
beats.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
And we'll move on, but he's tried it. Like we had him on the
Kids.
show talking about the kids, and we had him on the show talking about the new streaming platform, and he's talking about the movie shit with 50, but none of that shit seems to hit.
There's
Even
a
paid in
possibility
full.
too. There might be a little bit of blackballing because you can't do anything by yourself. Technically,
But you can't. True, AB, I don't disagree with that. But then where I go to immediately from that is you can't blackball talent. Look at Kanye. Like you can't blackball talent, bro.
It's
Like,
harder to
if I
do.
got something that these niggas want, then it's hard for y'all to keep me out of the paint.
You can blackball an
And-
executive though.
But he's supposed to be,
man.
ain't he supposed to be an executive? Like,
Yeah,
like
you
He's
can
supposed
blackball
to
an
be
executive.
he's supposed to be innovative enough to where
that's what I mean
he
by
can
yeah.
get past this. Like even the shit with Currency look crazy in the sense of like this is Dame Dash, and then Currency went on to go do what he needed to do as an artist to be as big as he needed to be, and left Dame Dash in the dust. So now you're looking at Dame Dash like, I thought this was your bag, bro. He did it by himself. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting on Murder Mook still. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not.
He
No, you're not.
was with Dave at the station that day too.
No one's waiting on Murder Mook, boo.
Oh, that's facts. That's a
No
good
way.
point, Nick.
Nobody waiting on
Jesus
dude, bro.
Christ. Man, AB Nick Complex drops the 20 best rappers under 20 list. I
No,
just
in
want to know
their
what
20s.
oh, excuse me. In their 20s. Yeah, not teenagers. Complex drops the best 20 rappers in their 20s list. I want to know what you guys thought about the list, and did you know anyone on the list?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I try to keep my ears to the streets. I stay out the way, but I keep my ears to the streets. And you already know the first thing I go to is what's the criteria. Let's run it. We measured each rapper's skill as an artist, quality of music, and the impact of their output. We heavily weighed the last 2 years over historical achievements. We also factored in popularity. Numbers play a part. However, there is also an intangible factor, or what we consider basic gut check. If this rapper dropped new music tomorrow, how much would the community care? That, in my opinion, makes it a popularity contest. That very last line, which would explain the number one person, because Playboi Carti does have a large, loud fan base. Everything else, skills, sales, all that other shit they just said, nobody gives a shit about. Dude is one of the worst rappers living currently.
Really?
And Playboy Cardi is some slaw, bro. Like, dude is trash.
It depends. It depends.
You ain't got the Playboy Cardi quote. You can't pull out the Playboy
no.
Cardi.
I wasn't saying that from that standpoint. I was saying it depends on hip hop is a bigger genre than what most people are normally used to judging it on. So for what he does, he's in his own. It's kind of like Thug. It's like Thug.
Oh, well, yeah.
He does is something that is so unique that it puts him in a different, like, you don't talk about that stuff because it doesn't matter for how good he is. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's fair. And he's impactful. I'll give him the impact and the popularity, and that's where it stops. That shit is ass. When people think mumble rap, this is who a lot of people cite. It's that type of shit. And that's objective whether I like it or not, but still the criteria made it heavily weighed on popularity, which I disagree with, because there's a couple of people I didn't see, which skill-wise and content, that stuff they've put out, they could have made the list. But I'll talk about that in a second.
Who are those people? Oh, okay, you can get back to it. Nick, what'd you think about the list overall?
I was terrified when I saw this list before I looked at it, because I was like, damn, bro, is this the list to let you know if you watched or not?
Yeah, it is. It is.
But there's only probably about 2 to 3 people I didn't really recognize. Everybody else I either heard of or I'm familiar with their music. From then I was just looking at the rankings. 2 names that surprised me was Megan Thee Stallion and Chief Keef. I thought both of them were over 20 by now. I didn't know Chief Keef was that young when he first came out. Goodness.
Yeah, he was
been out for a minute.
He was a child.
Yeah, exactly. But like for most part, I think it's the conversation will be more about the rankings, like why did they slot them at those specific spots? Because I could argue some artists should be higher based off the talent and future potential. But if you're just going off of, like you mentioned, AB, the rules and criteria of like what's going on right now, if they drop, then it makes sense. I was just surprised Jack Harlow was that low then, if that's the case.
Maybe they said they took into account the last 2 years. They heavily weighed that. His run slowed down right about that.
He had a song with it, like he had one of the songs of the summer.
I thought he just had a song. Yeah, I thought
the summer. What summer?
It was on a playlist for the summer. What was the song
he had? The hit. I can't think of it because I don't really listen.
He was sampling. It was a sampling hit once again. I forgot what he sampled, but
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Like, to your point, Nick.
Loving on Me. That was 2023. So yeah, that was early 23.
I did breathe a sigh of relief because I did know most of the people on this list. And I wasn't.
Who didn't y'all know?
I don't know who V's is.
Really? Yeah, V's was the one. I've heard of Central C's because of the Drake shit. Yeah, but I'm not familiar with his catalog outside of that. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll give you that. Again, same thing with Yeet. Like I've heard of Yeet because of the Drake shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
I don't know who that is. I don't know Yeet.
But I know the fact that since Drake collaborated with him and seeing how young he is, somebody must have been in Drake's camp like, bro, this is the nigga that you need to kind of get with. This is what the youth is going for. Playboy Cardi at being number 1, like let me make a case.
He garbage, bro.
Let me make a case.
He the worst rapper on this list.
There's another case later on in the rundown of the show too. So
the reason why I say I'm making a case is because from what I've known and I've been around, I was still outside a little bit, Lou, when Playboy first, was coming. This is when I was about to go back inside, but I came back outside. But he has a hold on the youth that's a little bit different than anybody. It's almost like a Travis Scott way. That's why, like, when they made that song Fiend, like it went crazy.
Yeah, that shit hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like you could easily see that happening like a mosh pit at a concert or arena, or whatever. He just has a unique way of being able to connect with his fans. Like if you look at the comments for some of his songs, his fans talk about him like you talking about Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted. Like they like this nigga is speaking to this nigga is speaking to my heart. He's speaking to my spirit. Like they be saying all types of shit. Like I'm like, bro, the lyrics are simple as shit. What the hell?
The youth slow as fuck, bro. That's the problem. It's public. The education is trash. And so they listening to him and they think it's profound, bro. Dude is some slaw, bro.
But if you look at his projects, bro, when they drop, they the only ones
That's
still.
funny, man.
When you look at his projects and they drop, but he the only one still doing low key old school numbers. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like
hasn't come out since 2000, bro. I mean, excuse me, since 2020.
but I'm saying, but like his next album that's gonna drop is
Yeah,
gonna still do. It's still gonna do numbers. Like and like you mentioned, like he's one of those weird artists where like he could wait 5 years, 6 years, and like I can't wait for the next Playboy Cardi when it drops. It's gonna be big. Like to me, he's in the era that like if Juice World was still alive, he would be up there as with them. It's like there's something about them that just
Juice
can.
World frying him though. At least Juice World is saying something.
No,
This
yeah,
nigga
yeah.
he's been on two really hot records though. He was on like you said, he was on Fiend, which was a huge joint, and he was on that Donda. He was on that Off the Grid. So like those are two big records. I think he's on that Vultures as well. But
Is he on
man, like
Carnival? Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't know if he was on
yeah,
Carnival.
I think he was on there. Yeah, you're right. He was on there. So those are big records, big features for sure. I get it. It's a popularity contest. He hasn't had an album in 4 years. Like, bro, it can't be body of work. He only had two albums. Like, it's not.
But
They
he's on a lot of
rigged it.
features. He's on a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
features.
he'd be on hella features for sure. He'd be on hella features. But they rigged this for him to get this W though.
The other person, I have no idea who it. Ken Carson. I don't
Same
know.
lane.
That's another one.
Yeah,
Same
he the
thing.
same
Playboy
shit. I
Cardi.
think he might be signed to Playboy. I think they're related somehow. But it's the same
Like
sound. V's is
blood
from Detroit.
related
Go Pistons.
or
Huh?
blood related, or he just worked
No,
with him?
like they're like
Oh, okay, gotcha.
in the same something
Gotcha.
camp, some shit.
Yeah, I mean, this list it didn't do anything for me being an older hip hop head. Like I don't listen to most of this stuff, but I was surprised that I knew most of these guys on here, with the exception of two people, maybe three people. I was surprised that Young Boy was so low. I was surprised that Boss
His
Man
wave has
D-Lo,
died down.
really.
Yeah.
I ain't know that. Again, I'm not outside like that with the young kids. And I was surprised also, I think one of you guys said that Jack Harlow was so low. And I did not know that one of these people was so young. Like I thought that I thought Lil Baby was older than 29.
He might
I
be.
thought Lil Yachty was older than 27. And I also thought that the most surprising for me, I knew Meg was in her. I don't know if I knew Meg was 29 years old.
She act like
I
Yeah.
thought she was kind of older than that. Doja Cat was the one though. I thought she was older, way older than 28.
No,
She
it
acts like it
fits.
too.
If it fits 28. I thought Meg was just at 30 though. I'm not saying I thought she was like dumb old. I thought she was just at 30. But I was also surprised that they had Lil Baby higher than Uzi and there was another artist I just saw on the list. Yeah, I'm surprised
When
that
you say higher, you mean rank lower than, or you mean
like
that high on the
I'm
list?
surprised Jack Harlow and Lil Uzi are ranked lower than Lil Baby in 2024.
Mm.
Like with everything with the criteria and stuff like that. To me, like if all three of those artists
People
drop,
still holding out hope. They still holding out hope for Lil Baby.
hey, bro, you know what they say? The old school white man saying, "You can hope in one hand and shit in the other one. See which one fill up quicker." You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen. I will say I do like
Oh,
the
that's
balance
funny.
though. It's a nice balance. I think 4 of the top 10 were ladies. And I guess it's a pretty good variety of acts on here. I respect. Doja Cat is actually really dope, though. I ain't gonna lie. She's tough. And I like
I just
Central
thought she
C.
was
That's the
older than
only
that.
you said who?
I just thought she was older than that.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't have guessed 30, but Central C, the only UK dude I can listen to. He pretty dope
Mm.
too. But
And for him to be number two, like what the fuck is
now
it?
2 is dumb
Three.
high.
He three.
Three?
Three is dumb
Those-
high.
Oh, those just two. Yeah.
That's high as fuck. If there was anybody that I immediately thought was gonna be on here, I could see, but I guess again they're not as popular. I thought Corday could have been on here just off skill alone, but I know his wave is not the same as it was when he came out. And of course, my boy Simba. Simba's still in his 20s. He's 26. That nigga cold. And I was like, damn, neither one of the lyricists was on here.
I don't
No,
know.
they ain't got one
none of these
lyricist,
people.
bro.
But he ain't popping like that's what I'm saying. Neither one of those dudes are popping.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess.
Like I could go all the way to 20, and that the 20th person is popping harder than both of those people you mentioned. You're right. I agree. As an older hip hop head, I would love to see them on here, but I still couldn't put them in front of, knowing the little bit that I know, in front of Cash Cobain.
That's the only balance I would have looked for in terms of style. Like
Good
Cash
point.
Cobain is a swaggy dude. Like I get it.
Yeah.
He like a melodic, swaggy cat. Cool. That's cool. But that way finna
I
be
would be
gone.
most if I was Jack, I would be most pissed off if I was Jack Harlow.
That's a
Y'all got me
little
at
low.
19. Yeah, y'all got me
Why
at
is Boss
19.
Yeah,
Man
that's
D-Lo higher
Y'all
than
really got me fucked up.
I like D-Lo, but that don't really make sense though.
Why what's that?
Why he higher than Jack Harlow?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
We didn't this time last year we didn't know who Boss Man D-Lo was.
and that being said, D-Lo should be higher, but still Jack Harlow should be in front of him.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
Jack Harlow should be
Harlow.
top 10.
That's what I was gonna say. Harlow should be top 10, and you'll
He
hardly
should be
ever
top
hear
10.
me make a case for Jack Harlow. But if we're
Facts.
talking about this list and relevancy, like I would think, and then that again, this may be me being like, I'm acknowledging that I'm stepping out of like being tapped in with all the young nigga shit like that. But like the last that I heard, like the push for Harlow was heavy, like up until just last
Yes.
year. So I'm surprised, like you mentioned, AB, if this is a 2-year recap, it's like, why is he still that
Yeah.
low? I know Boss Man is coming up, but
Yeah, that's
shit,
rookie of the
like,
year shit though. I don't see him being on this. I mean, I know you saying he could be higher, but it's too recent.
I'm just saying, like he just did like a whole thing in Louisville where he had like SZA perform and a few other like he's creating moments of his own. Like to me, that's still the test of thing. Like I always judge an artist based off of how many people can you get in a room. You know what I'm saying? And is the room an arena? Is it a football stadium or is it Tabernacle? Nigga, like how many motherfuckers can you get in the room? That shows me how much weight you got.
I agree, man. Next up, your man, Lil Wayne. Apparently, it's only my man now. I'm the only one that likes Wayne,
Yeah, you the
according
only
to
person
Lou.
like him.
He breaks his silence after the internet was enraged that he was not selected for the New Orleans Super Bowl halftime show. He put a video out, man, said he was hurt by it. Said he was saddened. Said the only person he blamed was himself, though, that he wasn't prepared enough to do it. He didn't mention Kendrick. I don't recall. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he mentioned Kendrick Lamar or Jay-Z or said any names of that nature. He really more spoke to him showing that he actually was interested in doing it and that he actually cared to do it. A lot of people try to say he didn't care. He was saying that he did care and that he really wanted to do it, but it was on him why he didn't get it. I'll start with you, Nick. Were you buying the Lil Wayne breakdown video of the Super Bowl snub?
I think this whole conversation and topic of Wayne and the Super Bowl is hilarious from the standpoint of I truly believe that like I never thought that Wayne ever cared about performing at the Super Bowl. Like I didn't think that he wanted to be in those rooms because I feel like he probably should have been or could have been in the past when he was mega hot. And if he wanted to fight for it, then he could have done it then. So like why is it a big issue now? I do find this video also hilarious because it felt like this is the first time somebody told him he washed. You know what I'm saying? So and he got like a real instant video clip reaction of him hearing that for the first time after being what we know and what I grew up on as literally the hottest rapper in the game. I again like I didn't think. I guess the whole issue is more about Jay-Z and his selection of what cities. Like, are we now expecting every city to have that artist or the biggest artist from that city to be the entertainer? Because to me, it's like, bro, what happens when they go to Arizona? What happens when they go to, you know what I'm saying, like Dallas or like what artists are we like? To me, it's just like you're kind of setting yourself up for failure if we as audiences or as Black culture are expecting that from a Super Bowl. Like this is football at the end of the day. That takes precedent, and football has a different audience. Hence why Taylor Swift is more of a headlining topic in the NFL than this conversation about Lil Wayne and Kendrick, because football just has a different audience. So I think that Wayne should kind of get over this. Like it ain't that deep, bro. Like he said in the video, bro, this doesn't define your legacy. But if you want to know that you washed in 2024, this is unfortunately a good wake-up call for you. Like shit, like you one of y'all mentioned this in y'all last few episodes. Like, bro, you're not even performing the same way like you used to. It's because it's been a long time. So I'm fine with Kendrick. I knew Kendrick even though when he got the thing, like he's gonna do something for New Orleans. Like I think it would be dumb. I would be more upset on the back end. Like I would expect this reaction if he did Super Bowl and he did nothing to dedicate to New Orleans or that history, that culture, then I could see the backlash from it. Then you could say like, well, yeah, they should have got Wayne. But beforehand, it's kind of like that's a disservice. And it's also making it an easy layup for Kendrick because he could spend half his show just doing hits of New Orleans shit without even having to perform his own stuff now, just to cover up the whole quote unquote backlash. So that was just my thoughts. It was kind of just like everybody kind of overreacting. And to see Wayne pout about it while rolling up a blunt was hilarious.
Kendrick's gonna have to do half New Orleans shit because he ain't got enough to do a Super Bowl set on his own. Lou,
Oh,
what do you think about Wayne's
man, that's
apology?
crazy.
Don't do that. Don't try to.
First of all, that's insane.
No, it's
Secondly,
not. No, the fuck
it is
it's not,
That's
dude.
insane.
He's not doing
Secondly,
Black of the Berry, bro, at the fucking halftime show. It's not a goddamn Super Bowl halftime arena song. I promise you it's not. He doesn't make that type of music, and that's okay. He makes Mother Eyes sober.
He wouldn't have been selected if he didn't.
Politics.
I'll toss it back to you on that.
Politics as usual.
With that being said, this I didn't like this by Wayne, bro. Like, I don't need this from you, bro. Like, you're sitting here telling me that you expected them to select you for the Super Bowl halftime show, even though you ain't done shit. Like, you had a couple good features. Like, you ain't done shit like Not Like Us or crushed the biggest rapper alive and made that nigga go back into hiding into Canada. Like, you ain't done nothing like that over the last year for us to even consider you. But because it's in your hometown, oh yeah, we should have Wayne here. It's cool for you to come out for 3 minutes, my nigga. Like, we can do that. Like, you can do Go DJ, you can do 6'7", you can do any one of those little 3-minute inserts that goes here. But the nigga that really deserves this is the nigga that got it, and that's Kendrick Lamar. And I don't think Wayne did enough. Like, Wayne know what this grind is like. We seen this nigga go on however many features he did in 2014. We seen this nigga do the mixtape run. He knows what it takes to be considered the top rapper in the world. And he's acting like he doesn't understand now because, oh, it's time to make a Super Bowl pick and y'all should just do me because I'm a legacy act. That don't work, my nigga. That same work ethic that you had in 2014 when you had 100 and some features that were featured in Vibe and we were talking about which one was the best one, that's the same work ethic that it takes for you to be considered as a Super Bowl act. I heard Joe Budden say this, so I want to make sure that I share the proper information as far as where I heard this from. But Kendrick had to make a pitch for this. It ain't just, oh, who do we think is going to do this? Like, you have to have a team in place that's going to pitch you to do the Super Bowl, and then they're going to have to provide facts for that person as to why they should be able to do the Super Bowl. Wayne ain't got that team in place. He just fired his whole team, bro. Like, all the niggas that was working for him that made him Lil Wayne the best rapper in the world, they gone. It's a new nigga there that don't know what he doing and is not able to make a pitch for a Super Bowl. Kendrick has that team in place. That's the reason that he went to go do his own label with PG Lane. This is the stuff that when I left TDE, this is the stuff that we were aiming to do. And I had a team in place that made the pitch that got me to do the Super Bowl performance. So Wayne sitting and bitching about this and acting like, oh, I was heartbroken. Like, man, shut up, bro. You know what this takes. You know what this takes, bro. And you trying to act like, oh, I'm Lil Wayne, it's New Orleans. I expected to do this. Like, nah, that's lazy. That's not what this is about.
Listen, not only did you expect it, Wayne, we expected it too. And the pitch and all of this.
You already said he ain't even got the catalog. AB full of shit, Nick. Like,
when did you know for sure? When did you know that the Super Bowl was going to be in New Orleans this year?
We knew that months ago. We talked about this months ago on the show.
And at that time, did you say Wayne is like a no-brainer to do the halftime show?
No, I said Wayne didn't have enough to do it himself. He'd have to bring out guests. But he happens to have two of the biggest acts in hip-hop as guests that he could bring out. He could bring out Nicki and Drake, and that would balance it out. We said that then months ago.
But you were still expecting Wayne to do the halftime, be a part of the halftime show.
Yeah, we pushed for that. We were talking about this and people in the comments was killing us because we said Wayne couldn't do it by himself.
So
he still can't do it by himself. So what are you talking about?
I just gave you the blueprint. He bring out Nicki, he bring out Drake. Best halftime show of all time. Next.
Which is why they bitching.
Bring out Juvie. Best halftime show of all time. It's right up there with Juvie shit. Yes.
What Juvenile song are we doing? Back
what
that ass up?
Juvenile song are we doing? Man,
To me, it's not. I'm not. Again, I think Wayne can.
God.
I think Wayne can do a Super Bowl, but to lose point to me for I wouldn't have expected him. Like I'm not shocked that they didn't pick him. I wouldn't be shocked if they did, but I wouldn't be shocked that they didn't. I'm more shocked about the backlash because I didn't know that this was such a no-brainer in 2024. Like we have a plethora of other artists that are currently more relevant to hip. Like it makes so much more sense that Kendrick is the choice because he's dominated the year in and outside of hip hop more than Wayne has for just this year. Now, if this was last year, if the Super Bowl was last year, it wasn't in I forget where was it last year. If it wasn't
Vegas.
in that city, if it wasn't in Vegas and it was in New Orleans, then I get you with more like, oh yeah, it's a no-brainer for Wayne. But for the year that Kendrick had, it just seems like you would kind of it would you would kind of have to Wayne would have to have another resurgence for me to be like, oh yeah, it's another no-brainer for
Bro,
Wayne.
No,
Because the year that
listen,
Kendrick had was monumental and iconic to the point where it's like, bro,
listen,
like you, if anybody performing, it gotta be that nigga.
listen what I'm
facts.
telling y'all. Y'all
Well
are being
said, man.
prisoners of the moment. The Super Bowl halftime show historically are about legacy acts. They're not about who's hot today. You're not gonna get motherfucking Playboy Cardi because he's #1 on the complex list
No one.
performing at the goddamn halftime show, dude.
But
Rihanna did it in 2023. You wanna know the last time we heard new music from Rihanna, bro? 2016, fam. She was not
but
hot in 2023.
I'm
Nigga,
not.
Listen,
J-Lo did it in
the,
2020. You
the
want to know the
only
last time people
thing,
cared about J-Lo music, nigga? It wasn't 2020. I can keep going, dude. What are y'all talking about?
But I'm.
Eminem, Dr.
but
Dre, Snoop Dogg,
you're
none of
only
these
saying that. You're
musically
only
relevant
saying that
in
because it's in New
2022.
Orleans,
But
though.
them niggas did the goddamn show. What are you talking
You're
about?
only
That doesn't
saying that
have to
it's because
do
it's New
with
Orleans,
being
though.
relevant.
It was in
Like,
Phoenix.
what?
Hey, bro, if this shit was in Phoenix and they named Kendrick Lamar the halftime show, you wouldn't care.
We
But you're
wouldn't.
saying that
I
because he's in New
agree.
Orleans, though.
But that's what I'm
That
saying.
don't. That's
Listen,
away from the whole argument.
listen, ever since 2020, when Jay took over, so we wouldn't have another Maroon 5 in Atlanta incident because that didn't make any goddamn sense. And we know why it didn't make sense. Because there is a huge population of artists here that are very successful that could have easily put on a halftime show and it would have been dope. And he did that in LA with a collection of people. So that's all people are saying. New Orleans, under this new halftime regime, since we now got our ear to the street and we're doing shit that makes sense, if that's what we're doing, Lil Wayne and Friends makes sense for the 2024 New Orleans
Does it?
Super Bowl.
Does
That's
it?
it. Lil Wayne's not
Have
from
you
Phoenix.
seen
But
the
that's
last Lil Wayne show? Does it make sense? Like, have
Yeah,
you seen the
everybody
last Lil Wayne
same
performance?
WrestleMania shit when I can show you a show with him in the fucking Essence
Show
Fest
it to
last year
me.
and he killed it.
Show
So
it
what are we
to me.
talking about?
Show me the show where he killed it.
You can
Over
show put
Ken-
up Essence
over
Fest from last year. He killed it.
Kendrick fucking Lamar. Show me that show.
the AB, the only thing that I'm saying is, and it's to your point, is what I'm emphasizing. Like you mentioned in the history of the Super Bowl, the city didn't dictate shit, right? It was just they was picking legacy acts. And what I think was what you're correct on is I think Jay-Z, when he took over, he was trying to be more in line with the legacy acts of that city. However, there's always an exception to the rule. And that's all I'm trying to say is this year in 2024, you can argue Kendrick Lamar is the man of the year because he's dominated in a way. Again, I had the fortune of being able to for work being able to travel a lot and stuff like that. And I was all over the different places. And everywhere you go, damn near somebody was talking about this Kendrick and Drake beef, and particularly talking about Kendrick Lamar being the one to be in the winner. And it was weird because it was my first time to see the reach of hip hop in a way that's like in different rooms and in different fields that it's not like I'm in the music industry or anything. This is just like a regular job. So that's what I'm saying. Like for this year, again, if this was 2024, it's Lil Wayne and Friends. But yeah, if this was 2024 Super Bowl, it's Lil Wayne and Friends. If this was in New Orleans, but in 2025 in New Orleans, bro, coming off the year that he had, bro, I can't hate on the fact that Kendrick got picked. Now I know Kendrick is still going to bring out Wayne or something. He's going to do something. They got a good relationship. He was
Wayne gonna come
he
out.
was on one of the Carters. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's good.
so like it's gonna be a even again. I think this is an even more layup for Kendrick to win because he's gonna bring out an all NOLA artist. Like I don't see how this isn't a NOLA show, especially because Kendrick knows how to work in a live band. He did it for the whole To Pimp a Butterfly era. So he's gonna have a little like Louisiana brass music and all the other stuff. Like it's just it's
He'll
not
be
going.
cultural appropriating the city. I get it. But this is what I'm
Oh
saying.
my God.
We
Stop it,
just
bro.
saw Usher do the
This
Super Bowl. The nigga didn't perform one song past 2010, bro. It's not about being hot today and what you got. I got the hottest
What you
song right
mean?
now. Huh?
He came out to did he come out to My Way or what? Usher
That's
was
what
the
he didn't do one
what is
song
that?
past
What does
2010,
that
bro.
even mean though?
That
Like,
means
wait,
it ain't
what?
about who hot today. It ain't about who got the best
It
song today.
is. It's the Super Bowl halftime show, bro. I can't go get Lil Wayne. This nigga don't even remember the words to his songs, and we performing in front of 200, 300 million
Hey,
people.
I'm
Like,
not
that's not going to happen.
That's a
AB,
different conversation.
I'm not on all the way on Lou's side where he talking about Wayne like he Joe Biden on the stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying, dude. Like,
is.
come on, bro.
That's the point. Yeah, that's a great point. That's what we would have got. We would have got Joe Biden fucking out there to debate, and we're like, oh man, why this nigga come out here, bro?
Nah, I'm not
Like,
going
we
that
didn't even
far.
need to see
Y'all
it.
have
I'm
turned
not
it into
going.
a Lil Wayne shit fest like he not a legend on
It's
hella
not a
niggas
shit
Mount
fest.
Rushmore and it's
I'm
He is,
not
disrespectful.
it's
saying.
not a shit fest. He is
I'm
a
not
legend. He
saying
just
he's
don't
just.
deserve a Super Bowl halftime show.
It's
He
just that.
deserves 1 to 3 minutes on someone else who has a Super Bowl halftime show. And that's what Kendrick will give him. Kendrick will bring him out. He will do 1 to 3 minutes of whatever the best fucking song that he has is, and that's cool. I don't know why people are overreacting to this and saying he should be the main headliner because he shouldn't. There's nothing that points to him being the main headliner in 2024-5 when this is going to happen. Nothing.
Wayne will come out. He'll accept the invitation only if Drake can come.
No, stop it. This
Yeah,
is
His ass gonna stay home when they do the Hot Boys reunion, just like he did.
insane.
When
That's
they had it
insane.
at the
That's
the
insane.
last time they had it in New Orleans.
that's, that's insane. I don't even know what to say to that. That's insane.
y'all niggas talking about Kendrick like he make fucking DJ Khaled music now, dude.
We
When the
talking
fuck
about
you
him
start
like
making
he's the number
stadium
one.
music?
He's the number one hip hop artist in the world.
But to,
No,
Just
he's
crushed
not.
your. He is.
This is-
He just
this
crushed
year-
your boy
this-
to get that top spot.
this year,
He's the
he
number
is.
one hip hop artist in the world, bro.
He is.
Like, can you do? You, all right.
And what
let me ask
year
you,
has the number one hip hop in the artist in the world done the fucking Super Bowl, bro?
how many years
We
have
about to
Jay-Z?
find out.
Never. That's the answer, nigga. Never.
Yeah.
Super
Do
Bowl
y'all
show
think he
been
perform-
going on 30 years, bro. The number one rapper in the world has never fucking done it. So that means
It's been
nothing. There's no
57 years.
precedent.
It's been 57 years. And do y'all think he
The
will perform
halftime
out
show has
like
been going on
us?
for 30.
Do y'all think he performed out like us?
I don't think he will.
I think he does a melody,
What does that mean?
meaning that you're gonna. I'm meaning that he's not gonna say the words, but you're gonna hear the
Like
you
the
gonna hear
band playing
instrumentation?
this
and the instrumentation and stuff like that, and like
I don't think he does a song, bro.
You don't
I
think,
think
he'll do nothing
he
nothing
has
like
to do.
us?
That's his biggest record, arguably
that's
to date.
I think that's
He
going to happen.
has to do something. Like I think because of the stage, he can't get into the lyrics of it. That's why I said he's gonna do like a little melody, just like how Usher did a lot of melodies of his old records. Like
Oh, like a little transition, like a
yeah,
little
exactly. I think it's gonna be something like that.
that's
think-
cheating. That ain't really shit though.
But
I
if-
think he gets the A minor line off, and
Oh,
I think
no.
so yeah,
Bro, ain't no
I think
fucking
I-
way, bro. I'll put any
I think
amount of
he
money
gets
on
the-
that. I'll put any amount of money on that. Anybody want to
Hey,
bet
I
that?
think he
I
gonna
may
get the
bet
A
you-
minor line off.
I may
No.
bet you 20
He
that
gonna
he
get
does
that
that A
off.
minor.
No, he not
he
getting that
gonna
A
get
minor
that
line
off,
off, bro.
I may bet
He
you
gonna
20.
get that
he-
off,
I got-
and I think it'll be either Southern or Grambling, which are Louisiana-based HBCUs, playing the "Not Like Us" song. I think that's going to happen.
That's cultural appropriation at its finest.
I mean, hey,
That's what it looks like to
we
me.
here. It's what we do.
If Shakira
Get these
did
niggas
a
out of my
halftime
box.
show, niggas would be pissed if she had the fucking HBCU band out there. Niggas would be like, man, what is Shakira? What does she know about? She not. It'd be all kind of shit.
No, niggas ain't
Kendrick
say
short
that.
ass do it and it's cool.
You're insane. You're insane.
Nah,
baby.
AB, that's false because you know if niggas had a Spanish lady fucking with the niggas on some other shit, they be like, oh yeah, damn,
Hey, all be hello.
bring over here, boy.
She thick. That's what they gonna be like.
Mikasa
nigga.
Su, boy. Mikasa
That's what they first thing niggas gonna say is, oh, she thick.
Them hips don't lie.
All right, man. Moving on. Next, Glorilla. Glorilla was on IG, and man, she said she's set to debut her next album, which is her debut. Everything else has been mixtapes. This is her official album. Based off everything she's done so far, singles, activity that she's had on social media. How do you guys think that she will do on her first debut album? Nick, I'll go to you.
Lou, I'm trying to be more male, you know what I'm saying, objective, be fair. Um, Going off our conversation about the top 20 list, she was top 10, I believe, at number, she was between 8 and
Yeah, she
5
was
or something,
right.
like 7 numbers like that. This album is really actually kind of huge for her career because it will really give you a good gauge of where she's really at when it comes to like when it comes down to selling records and bringing the people out. Um, I think she'll do a little bit better than Doechii.
She was 7.
I think she'll do a little bit better than Doechii, but I don't see it being that much better.
Hmm.
Um, I think she's one of those weird artists where she can have hit singles or hit singles, but when you put an album together, like I'm not sure how many people are gonna really flock to it. I could easily be wrong though, but I just haven't heard enough diversity from her output to give me like, oh, she can build a whole album of these records of just different variations of herself. For what she's done, I think the streets will love it, but I think she'll just double what Doechii did, which in these days isn't saying a lot in my
What did Doechii
unfortunate.
do again?
I think she did like
About 11?
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to
Like
shout out to TD.
she'll do like Big Sean numbers. I'll say that. I think she'll do
22,
big
23, 20, mid
like
20s.
20 to 25. If she does 30, to me, that's a dub. If she does anything above that, then I'm clearly wrong and I don't know. I'm not good and tapped into what's going on. But I don't know, doing an album in 2024 and being an artist that can do singles and albums and be popular and be current, like that's super, super hard these days. There's only a handful of people that can do it and do it well. So like she'll have to prove me wrong.
Yeah, her last project was a mixtape. Everything came out in April this year. That did 33,000 first week. It was only 12 songs. So depending on what the single is that she got, I think she got another one in the tuck. I saw her previewing something on TikTok or something of that nature. Sounded pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I don't know if it's that 7:30 Friday. I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it's gonna be, but if it's a full length project, probably 16, 17, 18 songs. If she did 33 with 12 songs, that was probably at the height of the heat this year. She may can do 30, 33. I know Meg did 66, 65, something of that nature, which again, nowadays, that might as well be platinum. And that might as well
Yeah.
be platinum in a day, through these gaps.
Nice.
So I'm not looking at this as a big deal or no deal. Whether she does 25 like on some Big Sean shit, or if she exceeds it, goes 30, maybe 35. Man, it's all the same thing, man. She'll be able to sell out the same places that she would right now. 25 to 35 is the same, to be honest. And that's about what the going rate is. With all due respect to Doechii, there wasn't a lot of promotion behind her project, so I wasn't expecting big numbers with that. It was just people more gassing it up on social media that got it to that
That's
11,000,
hating.
that
That's hating.
gassed it up to double wood.
That's hating. That's hating.
But
That's hating.
how niggas gas up something to go
That is
aluminum?
hating.
That
That is
shit
hating.
crazy.
That is
So
hating.
she'll do mid 20s to mid 30s, and which is perfectly fine. I won't look at that as a flop. I won't look at it as a failure. Um, because simply you don't need the streams, bro. That's not their main revenue. They just making music to get their personality out there, dude. And they gonna get it from shows, merch, and everything else in between, man. And a fucking Revlon deal and whatever else that she got cooking. So I wouldn't put too much stock in these numbers because they're not gonna be crazy and they shouldn't be.
Because AB is hating, I hate to agree with him, but he's right. It's not. It really won't matter unless she does like 1,000. Like, and this is something like unbelievable first week in far of a low amount. It don't matter because she got a song with Katy Perry. She's going to be able to get advertising deals. She's different from a lot of the female rappers that are out right now in the sense of it's not only I can sell the looks, I can also sell how good I rap to it. Like people are going to fuck with her with this. It may not be now, it may not be this first album, it may not be first week sales where she's going to sell 40, 50,000, but it's going to catch on, it's going to snowball because she's that good of a artist. And I think personality, it's going to snowball. So I agree with AB in the sense of like it really doesn't matter because she's got it. She's going to be like being with TDE, having the association with Kendrick. Kendrick is going to be the Super Bowl
Are you talking about
halftime
Doechii or
performer.
Glorilla, nigga? Who are we talking about?
I'm talking about Doechii.
Oh, why?
Yeah, like
We don't care about her. We talking about Glorilla shit.
you're just hating. Well, excuse me. You're just hating on Doechii. But I was saying with Glorilla, she's also going to be someone who's been able to put out fire singles. She's someone that's been able to put out stuff where people are attached to. So she can do enough amount. I don't need Yo Gotti. I don't need anybody else pushing behind me. I don't need any of that. I can still do 25 to 30,000 just based off who I am and what I do. And I think that she's caught that wave. Glow gonna do all right.
But what does that? But what does that mean to y'all? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think we all said the same similar range, 20, 30,000. If anything higher than that, that's great for her. And that just shows how much people fuck with her. But like, where is Glorilla on the scale of hip hop currently? Like, is she top 10?
Ladies or just period?
Females?
Would you say when you're grading Meg, do you put her as just the ladies or do you actually include her with everybody?
Ladies.
I'm separating the two.
Because
I'm doing ladies.
I get why
There's
people
best actor and there's best actress categories.
I put when we talk about these days, we it's bare bones as far as hip hop. So that's why I put everybody together because I can't really name 10 hip hop acts that like really move
That's
any.
fair.
You know what I'm saying? So
But Glorilla is one of those acts though.
She is, but where is she at on that scale? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, is she like to me? Because like to me, Big Sean is still
lowest is 10.
Big Sean is
lowest is 10. I think she got room to move around, like just based off her personality and how she responds to things on social media. I think she could possibly move up, especially if she catch her one, especially if she get her a song. And that was a good thing, AB. I'm glad you caught me doing the Doechii whole thing as far as the Glorilla. But I think that she can definitely move up in the sense of if she catch her one, and she has the ability to catch her one because Yo Gotti's in the corner. He know how to make hits.
But I was gonna say you could say the same thing about Big Sean. Like he has that's what I'm saying. Up before we got to this album,
Can't do that.
Up before we got to this album with Big Sean, people were saying the similar things like this next album, if he got one on there, like it could push him, propel him. But then obviously the album came out, and then now we kind of like, all right, this is just who he is. That's where I'm at with this project. But
that was a lot of him.
But that's why
Big Sean couldn't catch one. Though. Look, Big Sean too out of the game. Glorilla is in the game. She is actively trying to be one of the best
the social
artists in this game. Big Sean just doing this shit because he can rap.
Big Sean's been doing interviews. He's still active in social media. Like he still has a presence enough to where you would say like there's a headline and Big Sean is a part of it, and you're gonna go check it out.
I won't agree with that. I won't agree with that. No,
I'm basically saying that I think they on the same scale, and I'm judging them both.
Glorilla and Big Sean
on the same scale in 2024. In 2024, they're on the same scale. Not career wise. I'm just saying right now. They're on the same scale to me when how I judge their music. Like if they got one, that could take them out of there. If they don't, like if we get,
are they doing the same size venues
in 2024? I say so.
No, I won't answer
you. You think Big Sean can sell out State Farm?
Oh no.
Nah, you think Glorilla can sell out State Farm?
Nah.
Do you think Big Sean can sell out Tabernacle?
Yes.
You think Glorilla can sell out Tabernacle?
Maybe.
Yes. No, yes. Don't even maybe. Like, don't even try to do that to Glorilla. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's what I'm saying. I think in 2024,
y'all are crazy.
They the same in my mind. They the same. If Glow got a hit record on this album, she taking off. Like just like how we would have thought Big Sean would take off once again if he had a hit record on his last album, but he didn't. So that's when we just be like, all right, this is just your ceiling now. This is where your ceiling is right now. And I'll do the same thing for Glorilla. If it don't take her to that next level, like the Meg level, like as she had with some of her projects, it's like, all right, this is your ceiling. Like you could do some things here and there. You can still collaborate with Katy Perry. You know what I'm saying? Juicy J collaborated with Katy Perry. That don't mean he's selling he sold top 10 records after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just
I respect it. Yeah, we'll see. I got it at 30. I mean, it's probably gonna be around 33. Same thing as the last joint, in my opinion.
I would say 30. Yeah, 30 to 40.
Yeah.
I agree.
What's next, man? We spent a whole lot of time for somebody that's gonna do 18,000 first week.
Uh,
Respectfully, I
next,
like
man.
Glow. I'm a fan.
Next, man, we know Tory Lanez has been dropping his prison tape mixtapes, and the prison is not too happy about it. So they came and confiscated all of his recording equipment or what he was using to do those mixtapes. I want to ask you guys, is that fair or foul?
Listen,
AB,
man.
I'll start with you.
Listen, as somebody that just did their first prison stint myself, my 2 day visit in prison, not an actual stint. Let's be clear.
Please, I was gonna say, please be clear
I was just in there
that you were
dapping niggas
only
up
visiting.
and shooting the shit, and then I was out. I was free. Um,
You did not have to go to jail.
I did not have to actually go to jail.
Yeah.
But I will say I was in some people's cells and I seen what they little setups and things of that nature, and they had music and shit. They had shit in there. I ain't see no fucking studios. I ain't see that. So I can shout out to Tory Lanez for having Pro Tools and shit and Fruity Loops in his damn cell. But once I'm telling you, it's probably a bad idea to do that because that's gonna start. You know how many niggas in jail rap, bro, or want to rap? You know how many niggas in jail want to get on the song with Tory Lanez? Like, that's going to cause ruckus when somebody can't or they won't let one person do it. And niggas might be making diss records in the cell about another nigga on the cell, 2 cells down, dude. Like, it might turn into some old bullshit, and that's going to cause too many problems. You're in jail, man. Like, it is what it is. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but your resources are limited because of where you're at. And so I can't accept. I was surprised that he had the equipment in there and that it sounded the way it sounded on Apple Music. It sounded like he was in motherfucking Hit Factory, nigga, not Pelican Bay. So, I mean, hey, listen, I know he don't like this shit, but it is what it is. Man. He got it off for a couple weeks. That's probably longer than he expected. But it's grand opening, grand closing for the Pro Tools setup in the Bing, nigga. It's a wrap.
Nick, what do you think?
Is it fair or foul that they did that shit? I think it's fair because he's in fucking jail. It's like you don't get nice things in there, nigga. But at the same time, it's also kind of like I guess the reform part of my mind when it thinks about like jail is supposed to help, rebuild or reform somebody to be a productive member of society. This was the most productive thing that he was doing when he was outside. So giving him an outlet or allowing him the space to continue that while he's serving time does kind of make sense or would be beneficial to him specifically. But if you want to keep everything fair and say jail is jail, then nah, yeah, take all that shit out. Like, I mean, shit. I mean, nigga, don't be.
Y'all niggas sound insane right now.
Don't do good, bro. He did stupid shit and he got a stupid prize. That's what happened. His whole situation, regardless if you think he did it or not, was a goofball situation to be in, especially when you got two bad biddies in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing that should happen to somebody getting shot in the foot. If you ask me,
shooting the club up, nigga. That's about it, dude. Like,
he took that.
That nigga took that shit literally, bro. What are you doing? Fuck.
I'm not a Tory Lanez fan in any sense of the word, but to quote Killer Mike, you don't send people to jail so they can suffer while they're there. They've given the time up that they did.
They ain't give shit up, dude. I ain't gonna let you finish that
that's
bullshit.
The time. Bro,
they ain't give shit up. No one says like, oh yeah,
I
bro.
don't have to live in less than human environments and not be able to do what I need to do just because I'm in jail. I'm in jail serving the time and away from my family because that's it. Like,
you glossing over the fact that like you committed a crime, nigga. That's what you did.
No, you committed a crime, but I don't have to live in these insufferable circumstances just because I committed a crime.
Bro, he ain't getting
the point is, I'm going to jail.
That's all
the point. Bro, the point is I'm going to jail and I'm away from my family. I'm away from all the things that I'm used to doing. And that's the thing that's punishing me. I don't gotta live in these circumstances where it's fucking rats in the cell, it's piss in the showers, the toilets don't flush. Like I shouldn't have to live like that just because I'm I'm in jail.
Bro,
So I say that to
That ain't
say,
got nothing to do with this recording equipment, though, bro.
exactly.
I don't know nothing about
What
that.
you talking about? And first,
to wrap it up, and where it has to do with the recording equipment, I'm making mixtapes, I'm doing things, and the reason that Tory Lanez said I'm not subscribing to this, but the reason that Tory Lanez said that they took it away is because he was giving the whatever that he got from the mixtapes to the inmates for their defense attorneys and whatever it may be. So he said that the higher ups were punishing him for benefiting from recording mixtapes and making money from it and giving to the legal fees. I get that. Like, I understand why he would be mad that they took this shit away. And it's some slaw.
Bro, we found out he had
crazy right
he
now.
had a son.
Y'all are like MAGA. Y'all should have MAGA hats on right now. Y'all niggas should have MAGA hats on right now.
I heard y'all talk about how we didn't even know he had a kid until he went to court.
X. He pulling out all the stops.
What do they got to do with it, though?
You over here bringing up his family and shit like this, how he feed his family, and you stripping that away from the like.
I'm not saying that.
You trying to make this nigga into a martyr,
He's saying that he did this so people who would benefit from this that were in jail that didn't have the defense that they need, and he would donate money from people listening to these mixtapes to those defenses getting him out of jail.
Do you think he did any of those things in that time?
I don't know. I'm not gonna
That's very noble of you, Tory Lanez. Very noble. This nigga won a Nobel Peace Prize, bro. Like, come on, man.
He convicted for shooting a woman in the foot over him cheating, and you think that he give it back? He doing some Robin Hood shit.
He said he was. That's the only thing I can hold him about, bro.
All right, bro.
Bro.
If
he was, that's cool. Then if he was, real talk, that's respectable and acceptable. It's just hard to believe when he's pulled a stunt like, oh shit, I'm going to jail. Let me put a suit and hold my son that nobody knew existed until now, so I can look good in public perception and all that shit. It screams
y'all
that.
Niggas are low down.
Man, that nigga ain't got one Instagram post with his son, nigga, not one. But he got him and hold him in court with 97 cameras flicking up photos and shit, bro. Like, come on, but like a photo op, bro. Come on, bro. It's hard to trust a nigga when he do that shit. Though.
He said the only reason that they took the recording equipment out of his cell because he was trying to help other inmates.
Bro, y'all realize there is no shortage of niggas that's gonna be locked up, bro. All them niggas that he was trying to help can walk out there tomorrow, bro. That motherfucker gonna be right back popping because of a whole bunch of other shit. If people think there's like some conspiracy to have it filled up, bro. Like it's going to be people in there, like period. It doesn't. Every nigga in there could walk out right now, bro. You want to know what that bitch gonna look like in 48 hours? It's gonna be right back slam, bro. I hate to say it, but it's the facts. That shit is overran anyway. Like it's filling up anyway. It's unfortunate, but it's deeper as poverty shit, man. That's a whole nother episode. But there's no shortage of motherfuckers.
My thing, Lou, is if you were talking about somebody like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King who got locked up, and they was trying to do this shit, it makes sense. It's just Tory Lanez giving back to this in this way, putting money on niggas' books from songs he make. I'm just like, bro, I need to see from that first based off the nigga's character.
Here's where I don't disagree with you guys at. If he had just said, man, I'm just trying to rap. I don't give a fuck about none of the other shit.
Thank you.
I would have respected it a lot more. I want 100% agree with you guys on that. What we got next?
Billboard, speaking of Playboy Cardi, they named him Male Hip Hop Artist of the Year and Meg Thee Stallion Female Hip Hop Artist of the Year. Nick, are you biting any one of these selections?
Female. Nah, I would say no to both. Honestly, Meg is in an interesting place in her career where I feel like she's hit the mainstream pop area, but I'm not sure. And again, I may not be tapped in, but I'm just not sure how much that has to do with hip hop's influence. And I think she's just doing her own thing and just becoming her own star. I would say Lotto should be Female Hip Hop Artist of the Year, in my opinion. But if you want to give it to Meg, that's fine. Go ahead. Playboy is the one that's different. Like, I'll put Kanye over Playboy for this year. I mean, the shit that Ye and Ty Dolla $ign
West?
Yeah, those records, if you're talking about in the calendar year, the records, I'm just picking Kanye just because, he's had, either two number ones or like at least one number one
Yeah.
consistently for weeks throughout this calendar year
No.
outside of the
The
Kendrick and
answer
Drake
is
shit.
Kendrick Lamar.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just picking Kanye as one of them. Kendrick is an obvious choice, but we already had the Kendrick conversation. So I was just trying to pick somebody else who I'm like, they're at least more relevant than Playboy for this year. So I don't know why. Again, I may be wrong. Maybe that Fiend record is still going, but then he's a feature artist and that's not even his record. So it's like, where is this Playboy stuff happening right now?
I'm telling you, man, that listen, they are I don't know who is trying to make us believe that this nigga is like the dude like that. Bro, stop forcing this. On Billboard, stop it right now. Complex, stop this bullshit right now. Quit trying to make me believe this nigga is like the next dude up. Cause have y'all listened to dude's shit? Like, have y'all listened to his music before,
I
bro?
never have.
I listened to his first album, the one that had the
Dial.
yeah, no, no, that's the second one. I did fuck with Dial. Dial was probably his best project. I think
That's crazy.
it's his most palatable project. If you're listening through his whole catalog, it's the only one that I would think like, if you don't like this, you ain't never gonna like none of the other shit that he do. But I'm also in that phase where it's just like, again, this may be something that I'm just out of the loop of. Like, it just has to be like a billion of other fans, whether they're domestic or international, that just fuck with this nigga, and that justifies why he's on all these lists outside of what is going on in my environment.
Yeah, it shit is trash, bro. I saw his acceptance award or acceptance speech. That's the most I've heard him talk in life. Um, he talks like he raps. It just, bro, it shit is. I'm not even gonna say I don't get it. It's not that I don't get it because I can listen to some young nigga shit. It's just not good. Um, again, that's just my personal opinion. He has fans. Obviously, he's popular. I just think the machine is propping him up, and Billboard and Complex and all these other magazines that are taking the words of niggas who got Casa Night uh fucking posters on their wall because they like Playboy Card. That means he's hot. I can't trust that. So I'm not biting with neither one of these lists. Dude is some slaw. I'm standing on that. He garbage.
Hmm. Not
Garbage.
even for Meg.
Meg makes way more sense. We talked about
Yeah.
this before on the show. She did 60 something thousand. You know what I'm saying? That's triple platinum in today's time. So she's the hottest out of the ladies right now. So it's either between Meg and Nikki just she get on a lot of people's nerves. So it's
Yeah.
Meg's time if we taking it like that. I ain't mad at that. But I wouldn't have been mad if Lotto won either though. I would have got it.
Nikki's a sleeper too. Nikki still has a huge fan
Of
base.
course.
Huge fan
Yeah.
base. Like, and especially without all the stuff she's probably like a female Kanye in that sense where like she can kind of do no wrong in some people's eyes and like they still gonna support.
That's fair. My only thing is with doubling back to Meg, we saw her host the VMAs. They said the viewership was down crazy this year, and I know that's a mix of,
They ain't promoted though.
but
I
but
Yeah.
but
don't think.
but it's always a mix of who's hosting, bro. Because when you look at Taylor Swift, when she hosted, it went crazy. Like it's all about who's hosting. It's always been there. Nobody
I
really
get
cares
you.
about the
But
VMAs.
yeah,
MTV
But that's like if Beyonce hosted the BET Awards. Like that's
it's gonna
right.
go
bullshit.
stupid.
Go stupid, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like
saying.
yeah, I think you're right. Who hosted means a lot, but they didn't promote it a lot as far as Meg is going to be. I think that her name still holds weight. I don't know how much weight that it holds. I know it's not as much as a Taylor Swift. To this point, as far as Playboy Cardi, this is shocking to me because I don't listen to his music. I don't know. I can't name none of the shit y'all talking about. I don't know none of the Playboy Cardi songs. So I was shocked by this, and I wanted to hear what you guys thought about this as far as him being the number one artist. I don't get it. With Meg, I do think it's different. She is, I would say, the number one. I don't know if Doja is in front of her, but
Yeah.
I would give her, I would say they probably got that right, especially with her appearance with Kamala Harris and the whole Democratic thing. And that's a big thing right now as far as what we're dealing with as a human society. But I don't get the Playboy Cardi thing. I'm with you, AB. I don't know. I don't hear anything that makes me say, oh, I should listen to this dude. It's not appealing to me. I feel like he's more of a niche artist than anything else, and they're trying to pump him up to be more than that. He's just not. He's not more than a niche artist.
Yeah, and I have breaking news on my phone. Puff. We interrupt this Playboy Cardi conversation. Puff has been arrested and taken into federal custody in New York.
Shut up.
You lying? What charges?
No way.
They don't say yet. They searching his hotel room. They said late Monday, Midtown Hotel. They swooped in. Homeland Security swooped in and arrested him. He's been taken to the FBI field office in Manhattan.
Oh, that's the feds. That's what the next question I was going to ask is like, who did it? Was it the PD, NYPD, or the feds? If it's the feds, that's a whole different conversation. When the feds come get you,
feds came get you.
Future got a whole song about a nice ass B side of my feds did a sweet boy.
Feds did the sweet, man. Shit.
Did he playing that right now in the back seat, boy?
Hey, yeah, nah, that's we'll obviously more details will come out during the week, but that's crazy.
Hey, the downfall of the hip hop moguls. This is a 30 for coming out.
That is
for hip hop.
Russell Simmons, Puff, Baby, like
Dame Dash. Don't forget your boy in there, nigga.
At least Dame is free, nigga. Wait a minute now, nigga. Russell in hiding, nigga, and Puff arrested. Hey, damn.
Hey, B, would you rather be free and broke or locked?
Yes, nigga. No.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know though. I don't know. Dame broke. Like these niggas got.
Hey, I got a chance, man.
Money.
I still got at bats if I'm free. I ain't got no at bats, nigga, if I'm behind bars, bro.
Do Dame got at bats?
Yes, you always do if you're free. But something could hit tomorrow. We'd be like, oh, all you need is one. That's all you need.
Something ain't hit in 20 years.
Yeah. Diddy, all he need is one good lawyer. That's all he needs.
Right. Right. It's like I can get out of this shit, bro. I got enough money to get out of this shit.
The dream team is not walking through that door, bro. Johnny Cochran gone, fam.
That's a great series from Baby to Dame to Puff to Russ. Like just God, Jesus.
That's crazy.
They say Jay-Z next.
Relax.
Stop it. Relax.
We ain't doing that.
Hey, you seen this little tip?
You shitting too much on our childhood now.
Relax.
You already did the Dame shit. Like,
when we get to one of these topics, this is where I'm seeing the pattern come together, Lou. I'll bring it up then.
Last but not least, before we get out of here, man, get to these wins and losses. Rod Wave teased a new project, number one, and a new single featuring Drake. The third topic involving the GOAT, Drake. You tapping into this, Nikki? You fuck with Rod Wave?
First, I'm stuck on you saying Drake is the GOAT. He a Billy GOAT of anything, but the Rod Wave in 2024 does not appeal to me at all. Particularly when you add the fact that he's finally getting a Drake feature after the run that he already had, which you would think that him and Drake would have collaborated when he was a lot bigger of a name. Not to say he's not a big name now, it's just that it seems like his light has dimmed a little bit. But in 2024 going to 25, I could give a fuck about Rod Wave. But I'm more interested in seeing it. Does Drake still have that magical energy of being able to propel an artist into whatever record they have into a top 20 or a top 10 debut on the billboards, especially after all this beef shit with Kendrick and all that, where it seems like Drake is stumbling a little bit. It's been a down year for light skinned niggas when we talk about it, because I heard y'all talk about J. Cole shit too. It's like it seems like they when they get hit with a two-piece, they stumble out around a bit before they can get back on standing strong. So I'm curious to see how Drake comes back from everything, because right now it don't seem like he has the Midas touch when it comes to music. I could be wrong, but I feel like we've heard about 6 to 10 records between the ending of the beef, then from the 100 gig shit,
yes,
the stuff that he dropped on his IG page or whatever the fuck. Like those are usually when Drake drops a few records, those are already charting on the billboards. And I could be wrong, but I don't see that energy still happening. So if he can give Rod Wave a hit, then he's still here to stay. But if it's not, then it's kind of like Rod Wave gonna be like, damn, nigga, this the one time I get your ass is when nobody give a fuck about you no more.
That's hilarious. Lou, what you
I
thinking?
think it's a big deal for Rod Wave because he's obviously mentioned how much Drake has been an influence to his career. So I think that once this comes out, if it comes out, if Drake signs off on a single, because we don't know if it's gonna happen. Look at Benny the Butcher. Um, yeah, it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect for what Rod Wave got going on as far as what he wants to promote, the type of music that he does, and as far as Drake being, this is what I want people to hear me from, especially when Kendrick putting out the Black Air Force scrunched up meme songs on Instagram. I don't know if Rod Wave is the nigga that I want niggas to hear me with. I may want it to be something with somebody more aggressive, not the emo, I don't really know how I'm feeling and shit like that. So I would go with no, I don't like it. I think that Drake may even hold this back and you won't hear this. Rod Wave just kind of jumped the gun, thinking that this was going to come out and it's not. Same with Benny the Butcher. And I think that's the scenario that Rod Wave is in.
You want to talk about somebody that's doing numbers right now? Rod Wave is popular,
Yeah,
He is.
to,
he's a
to
big
say the least.
He is.
So his last album did 137,000 first week, and that was 2023. So he's got the new joint supposed to come out this month, or at least this quarter. And Drake was supposed to work with him before. He has sent him that Lemon Pepper freestyle. But Rod Wave said he didn't like his verse that he put on there, so it never happened, and he ended up putting Rick Ross on there instead. So he took one husky nigga
How do you
off and put another
feel?
husky nigga on.
How do you feel if you Drake and a nigga tell you I don't like the lemon pepper freestyle verse?
No, Drake Wave said he didn't like his own verse. He said he didn't submit it. He didn't like what he was
Okay,
doing on it.
gotcha.
So yeah, nah, it wasn't Drake. So they've been trying to link up. That was 2021. So they've been trying to link up. We'll see how it goes. I don't know about Midas Touch as it relates to, because usually the Drake Midas Touch is like Versace. Versace was already a song. He just kind of took it and made it onto a bigger level.
Well, I was thinking like how you did with I Love Makona with Tuesday. Tuesday wasn't really a big. I mean, it was already a song,
It was
but
a song
he turned it into something else.
for
And
sure.
usually, and I get what you're saying. There are times where the song is already out and Drake hops on the remix to make it bigger. But there are
Yeah.
also times where like an artist debuts a record with Drake and it turns into a big record too. So it's just like I'm just trying to see how much people are still invested in the Drake post Kendrick beef.
No, he's got plenty of assists. Look at lead the league in scoring, man, but look at my assists. You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
my
It's this
God.
GOAT shit. It's GOAT shit.
All right.
He can make your song hot. He can make your career hot. Nobody else has ever done this. I agree. You're right, Nick. That's a fact. He's done this for a lot of people. You are
He
spot
didn't say
on.
that.
Y'all let
Yeah.
us know if y'all here for that Rod Wave and Drake, man. What we got wins and losses, man.
Wins and losses. The first one, Chance the Rapper, hasn't been seen lately. But Billy, they will ask him as far as what would he look at first, and it was Belly, Love Jones, and Crookland. Which ones you think he should watch first?
It was
Yeah.
Billy Love Jones, Crooklyn, or Menace. He had never seen any of these, and he was asking which one should I watch first. The answer is obviously Menace to Society. It's not even
It's
close.
very appropriate that he's never seen Menace to Society.
That's
Not
true too.
really. Not
He
really.
young though. He a young dude.
What?
Still.
What do you mean? What do you mean not really?
Because I hate when people act like
He was born in
just
'93, bro.
so was I.
Still gotta see
I
Menace
grew
to
up. I grew up.
Society.
I grew up watching so many hood movies back in the day. Like that. Like to me, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not. I hate when people just assume that just because you weren't there when it came out that you're not aware of it. Like to me, it's egregious,
AB.
especially you talking, Lou, when you ain't even seen y'all ain't niggas ain't seen Alien or Star Wars or some shit
I ain't seen none of the white folk shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
you ain't seen none of that shit. I'm like, what are you
I ain't gonna
kidding me?
hold you.
But
I ain't even seen they clown me. I ain't seen Karate Kid.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
to me it's crazy because for as much as I know you watch TV and then just how much TV has been on in all of our households in general over the years, there has to been times where you just have to sit and watch something, no matter what it is. But what's the list again that they said for him to
Belly, Love Jones, Crooklyn, and Menace. He'd never seen any one of those. So he was like, yo, give me one to watch right now.
the best
Menace is
movie?
first. Menace is
Uh,
first.
the best
Clearly.
movies. I'll say 1 and 1A, Menace, and then Love Jones. I wanted to give a shout out to Belly. Um, but that's just me and my nostalgia. But yeah, that's the 1 and 1A.
This is an L. He only need to see one of these if we keeping it a buck.
What? What's
Nah, if
that?
he
Menace. The fuck? Skip Love Jones so
Nah.
overrated. And
Love
Belly,
Jones has to be seen. You crazy.
Love Jones has to be
You're
seen
insane.
if he
You're
wants to
insane.
get remarried again, AB, he gonna have to
Yeah.
watch Love Jones one of these days. So
Especially with everything the Chance going through. Yeah, he need to
exactly.
see Love
That's why I
Jones.
said he need to watch that
Yeah, he need to see that.
shit. He might have
100%.
left a knee long in Chicago.
He would have kept
Around.
his wife. I ain't gonna lie, he would have kept his wife if he had seen Love Jones.
no, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
Man, that shit overrated as fuck. Two of these are overrated as fuck. Belly's so
what's
He would
overrated.
have.
Belly ain't
Belly
overrated,
overrated.
bro.
Belly
Belly
is
ain't
overrated.
No, it's not.
It is.
Belly fits exactly what it's supposed to be.
Nah, it's
Niggas
overrated.
hype it up like it's some other shit.
It's
Which
overrated.
makes it overrated, nigga. That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
it's like no, I think you're more upset at the fan. It's like you're more upset with the fans than the actual product itself. That's my thing.
That's fair.
Like
That's fair.
I can't
That's
stand
funny.
Cowboys fans more than I can't stand the
All
Cowboys.
That's
right,
a good point.
relax. All right, next wins or loss. Eve, she set to teach a class at NYU based off her experiences as a rapper in the world. What do you guys think about that?
Here's where I was going to bring it up as far as where I'm seeing possibly they're going to try to attack Jay-Z. There was a quote that came out, I think Eve, I don't know if she's doing a tell-out book or she was just doing an interview where she was talking about during the time where she was about to drop that big record she got with Gwen Stefani and how other rappers, including Jay-Z, were male rappers, including Jay-Z, were
Yep.
telling her like,
Told her with nothing.
yeah, this may not be the one. Don't get your hopes up and all that other shit. And she said, I would be damned if I let another man, try to limit me, my ceiling, all that shit now. Um, the only funny caveat from that was somebody was like, nigga, you married to a billionaire. Of course nobody gonna talk to your ass now like that. But I bring that up to say, like, I do love where Eve has gotten. I think she has a super underrated hip hop career and story. Like you could honestly, if you did a movie on Eve, that probably would be a very entertaining biopic. Because she to me was like the first Cardi B, but like even more successful, if you want to be honest. But I think I mean, seeing hip hop in Ivy League or in college and higher ed places, I love that. So I think it's a win.
Yeah, it's a dub. I was scared about what you was about to say. She said about Hove though. She gotta watch out now. Chill out, E. Relax. But she got her first album is fire. Everything after that, I couldn't really bang with, a little too commercial for the kid. But yeah, I ain't mad at this. NYU Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development. That's hard. We talk about this all the time. I wish they had shit like this when I was in school. Like a dope, cool ass rapper would have came and taught some shit. It would have been dope. They didn't do none of that shit when I was in school way back in the 1800s. So it's cool that kids get to get that shit now. They can put some respect on Eve name. She had a very nice career in TV, film, and in music.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. Like all over.
yeah, nah, I respect it. That's a dub. She still look good too. She holding up, aging quite finely too, if I may say so myself.
She do still look good. The last one before we get out of here is Method Man, Raekwon, and Ghostface. They performed on a ferry that was contributing to Tommy Hilfiger event. Y'all think it's a win or a loss?
Yeah, that was a W. That was hard. The little fashion show joint. I like when people do fashion shows and incorporate hip hop in a tasteful manner. Tommy Hilfiger was huge in the 90s in New York, along with Polo and Nautica and all that whole wave. So yeah, that shit was hard. I liked how it looked. I like the fashion shows, man, they get creative with them joints with the locations and stuff. So I was here for it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a win, especially since it's Wu-Tang. Like to me, like anytime you get to see how influential Wu-Tang is and see how much people still respect it. I think that's dope, especially in this new creative way. To your point, AB, I think I saw somebody, I forgot it was, he did like a comedy lineup fashion show where he had Marlon Wayans, Dion Cole, and a few other cats performing in different pieces and stuff on stage, which I thought was dope and super creative for New York Fashion Week. So I love it. I think it's dope.
I do too. I think it was a dope thing, especially with all the shit they try to say with Tommy Hilfiger didn't like black people and the whole narrative that ran around from that. But I think it was dope as far as those performing in that. AB, what do you have to put us on this week? Or, excuse me, on deck of the week.
On deck of the week, shout out to Double Up Roll. I respect Lou's commitment to flying the Boosie flag. Don't gas him up, bro. We don't need no more Boosie talk.
Let's go.
Nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. Shout out to Willie Earl's son. AB is hating for hating's sake. If I paid Super Bowl ticket prices and Wayne for getting lyrics and giving a piss poor for performance, I'd be pissed. There's no way you're buying a Super Bowl ticket to watch the halftime show. That's what we're doing at the crib. You're buying a Super Bowl ticket to see my Packers get that W. That's what you're buying a ticket for. Shout out to Hendrix Loco. Mixtape Mount Rushmore to him is Wayne, Future, Jeezy, and Gucci. I can't argue that. I'm gonna be real. I can't argue that.
I think that's the correct answer.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. Say it again.
Wayne, Future, Jeezy, Gucci.
Yeah, I think that'd be correct answer.
I ain't mad at that. Last one, Rock 2 Trill. I really think, and I could be wrong, Cash Money, that the way Cash Money handled the Essence Festival put a sour taste in the NFL's mouth. To me, the whole concert was very unprofessional, and the Super Bowl is way too big for that. That's fair.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's fair. That may be why Wayne took responsibility. He said, I dropped the ball. So maybe he was alluding to that.
You think somebody at the NFL was at Essence Fest?
Hell yeah, they got scouts and shit that be out looking for. If Wayne is on deck to possibly be a performer, they may have sent somebody to go check that shit out. It's very possible.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Roger Goodell won in the fucking crowd. He wasn't there.
Hey, Robert Kraft in the back trying to get hands laid on him, but he don't know what it means.
Oh shit. Put on, man. I'm going on some music shit. I've been listening to Babyface Ray all weekend. Got some good miles in. Listen to that Babyface Ray. The kid that did, I was ready to call him. I was ready to get called game over. I was about 3 songs in. I wasn't really feeling it. And then number 4 came on and it hit its stride and I had to take it back. I had to delete my tweet. I had it. I had it in the drafts, dude. Babyface Ray is done. I was wrong. That shit slapped. Make sure y'all check that out if you are on to his music or you need something new to listen to, man. Good running music. What you got?
For me, Louis kind of talked about this earlier before we started recording. This is a TV show coming out that I'm interested in seeing. The Penguin series, Max original, coming from the world of the most recent Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. The standout actually was what's his name? The Irish guy. Colin Farrell. His portrayal of the Penguin, I think people were really shocked about how much, obviously, from an appearance and how he acted, how good he was, and that gave him a whole TV show. So it's kind of like The Sopranos, but in Gotham City and Batman world. That's how they're kind of trying to describe it and stuff like that. So it drops September 19th. So I think by the time this comes out, it's this week. So it may be the next day by the time this comes out. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Mine is a show that's similar to First 48. It's called Murder in the 21st. There were some unbelievable cases. If you fuck with true crime, it's on Hulu. Crazy stories. It's 10 episodes, and again, if you fuck with true crime and it's one of those podcasts or things you tune into or like to listen to, Murder in the 21st is similar to First 48 in the sense of the whole interrogation thing that they do with people who are trying to catch the killers, but it's also a lot different in the sense of, I can't think of the movie that we fucked with AB where they do the social media thing, and they read into their social media and they really figure out who the killer was, but it's called Murder in the First 21st. It's fire.
Definitely, man. We'll check it out. Nick, we appreciate you joining, man. Open invite as always, broski.
No problem, bro. Gotta be here.
Anything to push, man? What you got to promote, bro?
Me and Lou, please become a Frames Per Second podcast subscriber, listener, and if you're already doing that and haven't joined our Patreon community, please do that as well. Me and Lou are recapping the HBO show Industry. It's in its third season. We're doing that week to week. We also have discussed doing the recap of the Peacock original show Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist with Kevin Hart, Samuel Jackson, and them. So make sure you check that out, and also check out Dead End Sports. We're doing our live show tomorrow on YouTube, youtube.com/Dead End Sports. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. You'll catch myself, Lou, and a few others. Me and Lou got a few losses that we got to talk about and break down. So when it comes to his Cowboys and
Nick,
and my Cincinnati Bengals, hey, look, I'm hurting too, nigga. Shit, hey, I'm with you. So make sure you check that out. We do those shows live Tuesday nights at 9 p.m.
I can't relate, man. My team won this weekend. Listen, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. YouTube.com/On Deck TV Show. Until the next time, we'll holler at y'all. We out.
Peace.